Assalamualaikum and very good day to our panel Ms. Jeniwati binti Muhammad Judi. We are from Group 2. We would like to present how Ministry of Transport managing issue e-hailing in Malaysia. Before we started, I will introduce our group members. Group 2 consists of Nur Amira Najiha binti Iznan, Siti Nur Ashura binti Muhammad Yasin, Fala Sofia binti Ahmad Kamal, Nur Ashikin binti Ismail, and Nurul Natasha binti Muhammad Arfai. Today, we will bring issue e-hailing in Malaysia regarding level of enforcement driver registration, and we will cover 6 chapters, which is introduction, planning, organizing, decision-making, controlling, and conclusions.
It's Amira, and I'll be explaining the introduction of MOT. The issue is about e-hailing registration system. E-hailing, also known as ride-hailing or ride-sharing, is a popular transportation service in Malaysia that provides a convenient and efficient way for people to travel. However, the registration process for e-hailing drivers in Malaysia has been known to be complex and time-consuming. To improve the e-hailing registration system, several changes can be made to streamline the process and make it more efficient for both drivers and regulators. In this report, we shall discuss the issue of the level of enforcement of the e-hailing registration system faced by the MOT today. This issue had been brought up by a member of the parliamentary Nurul Izzah binti Anwar in Dewan Rakyat on 2018 to the then Transport Minister Leo Tiong Lai. The potential solution to address this issue is by utilizing digital platforms and online portals for the registration process, allowing drivers to easily submit the required documents and information without having them physically present at the government's office. Additionally, implementing a background check system for e-hailing drivers can ensure the safety and security of passengers. Furthermore, better collaboration between the government and e-hailing companies can also help to improve the registration system. By working together, regulations can be streamlined and the process can be made more efficient for all parties involved. Overall, the improvement of the e-hailing registration system in Malaysia will not only benefit drivers and companies but also passengers by ensuring the qualified and safe drivers are on the road.
I'm Ashura. I'm present for planning. Planning is the process to involve setting organizational goals, creating strategies to achieve those goals, and developing action plans that managers intend to use to achieve those organizational goals. In order to make this project a success, MOT has established their goals, which is improve the quality of registration system to make more systematic and efficient. The strategic planning that MOT take is to establish an agency called APAD. APAD is the agency responsible for all ground transportation including e-hailing services. To ensure the goals are well achieved, MOT and APAD has collaborated with Ministry of Health, the Royal Police Malaysia PDRM, the Road Transportation Department JPJ and Puspacom to plan a long-term plan. Long-term plan that can be used for a long period according to the passage of time as long as there are no action of act and policy from any department or agency changing. However, a short-term plan has also been prepared, which is APAD has allowed registered e-hailing company to make an online registration immediately before the driver has the full criteria set by MOT, such as PSV license application. The purpose of the short-term plan only applies after the JPJ announced that the queue to apply for PSV license will be back smooth. Planning is very important in an organization because it helps government agency to set goals and objectives. Otherwise, identify the resources such as staff, funding, and materials. Also, to identify the outcome they want to achieve and set clear. And last, enhance accountability. Planning helps public sector organizations to be more transparent.
My name is Fala Sofia and I will be presenting Chapter 3, Organizing. Organizing is the function of management that involves arranging resources in order to achieve a goal. The first organizing strategy is departmentalization. It refers to grouping of similar activities and functions within an organization to improve efficiency and effectiveness. There are two departments or agencies who play prominent roles for the registration of e-hailing drivers. The first one is the Road Transport Department, or better known as Jabatan Pengangkutan Jalan JPJ. They are responsible for the administration related to road transport. The department issues PSV license, which is required in order to become e-hailing drivers. The second department or agency is Pusat Pemeriksaan Kenderaan Berlesen Malaysia, Puspakom. They are responsible for conducting inspections of vehicle. They issue a certificate of fitness CF for the vehicle, which is required for the registration with the JPJ. Next organizing strategy is the span of control. Span of control refers to the number of subordinates a manager has to supervise. It may vary depending on the specific department or unit within the MOT responsible for the management of e-hailing services. For example, the span of control can be relatively narrow in the department responsible for enforcing road transport. This is because it focuses mainly on the regulation enforcement. On the other hand, the span of control could be relatively wide for the department responsible for issuing operating license. This is because they oversees multiple aspects such as managing application process, reviewing applications, and issuing operating licenses. The third organizing strategy is formalization. Formalization refers to the degree to which an organization has defined rules, procedures, and roles. The Ministry of Transport has defined roles and responsibilities related to e-hailing services, such as the department in charge of issuing operating licenses, enforcing regulations, and managing the online registration system for e-hailing drivers. By formalizing procedures and roles, the MOT can ensure that e-hailing services operate in a coherent and predictable manner.
I'm Nur Ashikimati Ismail. I would like to talk about the importance of decision-making and e-hailing ministry strategies. For the importance of decision-making, I have 3 points, which is safety concern, personal safety, and competition with traditional taxis. Safety concerns have been reports of incidents involving e-hailing drivers and passengers in Malaysia. These safety concerns have been led to calls for strict safety regulation and oversight, such as background checks that make sure the service you are using conduct through background check on its driver. For the personal safety, we need to be alert with license plate, driver photo, and vehicle model before getting into the car to avoid being scammed. Lastly, competition with traditional taxi exercises is quite common these days, having a lot of services such as Grab, Uber, InDriver, and MyCar. Given these issues, it's important for decision makers in Malaysia to carefully consider the pros and cons of e-hailing and to develop clear and fair regulation that address the concerns of all stakeholders. For the e-hailing ministry strategies, we have 5 points. Identifying the root causes of the problem is really important to understand the underlying causes. This may involve gathering data and conducting analysis to identify the root causes of the problem. For the developing a plan of action, when the root which has been started to cause the problem has been identified, the ministry can develop a plan of action to address the problem. This may involve creating new policy, regulation, and programs to address the issues. For engaging stakeholders, it is so important to involve all relevant stakeholders in this decision-making process. In this term, it may include engaging with industry, community groups, and other government agencies to ensure all the perspectives are considered. The implementation or monitoring of the plan have been developed. It will implement effectively and monitor its progress to ensure that it is having the desired impact. And lastly, for the adjusting of plan as needed, they need to be flexible and willing to adjust the plan based on the result of implementation and monitoring effect. This will involve making changes to the plan to address any challenges and unexpected outcomes to arise. That's all for me. Thank you.
My name is Nurul Natasha and I will presenting Chapter 5 Controlling.
Controlling can be defined as the function of management which help to seek planned results from the subordinates, managers, and at all levels of an organization. There are three importance of controlling, with each accomplishing organizational goals, judging accuracy of standards, and improving employee motivation. Accomplishing organizational goals is the controlling function measures progress toward the organizational goals and bring to light the deviations so e-hailing will grow more better. Second is judging accuracy of standards. A good control system enables management to verify whether the standards sets are accurate and objective. An efficient control system keeps a careful check on the change taking place in the organization, and a system keeps a careful check on the changing taking place in an organization, and it also helps e-hailing can upgrade to a better direction. Third is improving employee motivation. A good control system ensures that employees know well in advance what they are expected to do and what are the standards of performance on the basis of which they will be appraised. So many people will be interested in working in the field of e-hailing. Then, step in controlling. We have two steps in controlling, which is establishing performance standards and measuring actual performance against the set standards. Establishing performance standards. In the ride e-hailing business, is it important for your business to have a stronghold over the tech part of the operations? The online booking system, online ride requests, and payment collection are a few key essential parts of any ride system that should be taken into consideration. Below is the list of good to have features in your ride e-hailing app. First one is booking app. This feature allows the drivers and riders to get connected with each other and get ride services. The customers can look out for the nearby ride options, and based on their requirements, they can raise their request. Similarly, the drivers get notified on the app for every request based on their preference and serviceability. They can either accept or reject the request. The second one is measuring actual performance against the set standards. This helps in identifying if the plan is actually working as was thought to be. For example, outreach your potential customers. It is important to position your brand and product in a way that customers start looking for your services. It will help in capturing a large database for your business without investing much. The second one is short up paid campaigns. If you are looking for quick results, is it important to go ahead with very paid campaigns? These campaigns are quite useful in ensuring that your potential market is perfectly pitched and it's catered to with great result. The third one is launch discount coupons. If you want to capture the attention of the audience, it is advised to keep on adding discount coupon for them. It will help in adding more interest to the customers to avail your services. Lastly is types of controlling. In management, it has three types of control, which is feed-forward control, concurrent control, and feedback control. Forward control. Feed-forward controls are feature-directed. They attempt to detect and anticipate problems or deviation from the standard in advance of their occurrence at various points throughout the processes. For example, we can solve problems about drivers who not work in good condition, which can make customers feel not uncomfortable. Second is concurrent control. Concurrent control, also called steering control, because it allows people to act on a process or activity while it is proceeding, not after it is proceeding and after it is completed. Correction and adjustment can be made as and when the need arises. The last one is feedback control. Feedback control is future-oriented. It is historical in nature and is also known as post-action control. On e-hailing, we can ask feedback from customers so we know what to improve on it. The basic objective is to help prevent mistakes in the future to make more perfect.
Conclusion. Improving the e-hailing registration system in Malaysia is crucial for the growth and success of the e-hailing industry in the country. By implementing digital platforms, background checks, and better collaboration between the government and e-hailing companies, the registration process can be made more efficient and effective. This will not only benefit drivers and companies but also passengers by ensuring that only qualified and safe drivers are on the road. In addition, the e-hailing industry has the potential to create jobs and improve transport accessibility in Malaysia. By making the registration process simpler and easier, more people will be encouraged to become e-hailing drivers, which will ultimately lead to more job opportunities and better transport infrastructure. To summarize, an improved e-hailing registration system in Malaysia will not only benefit the industry, but also the economy and society as a whole.
The government and e-hailing companies must work together to streamline the process and make it more accessible to all parties involved.